to work on a stability ball together with your light weights. I'm making use of a 65-inch centimeter ball and also a 1.5 kilograms of light weights that we're going to use. All right, for the class today, we're going to be very much focused around the upper girdle, lots of arms, but just as much the lower extremity stability work as well. I hope you enjoy it. Please try the class out with me and leave us a comment if you've done it.
So let's get started. You're going to place your heels in a parallel hip width position down on the floor as you ground and drive through the heels and the balls of the feet. I want you to spread your toes and actively press the big toes, baby toes into the floor. Feel how you're lifting up through the arch of the foot in that position and the leg muscles start to engage. Your pelvis should be in a neutral position, meaning that your tailbone and your pubic bone should be facing straight down to the floor. I want you to feel the sense of elongation, as if someone's pulling you by the crown of the head and pulling yourself a little bit taller. Holding it in that position, draw the ribs down into your front pockets and knit them through the center of the body as the abdominal muscles start to brace. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen through the neck, nodding the chin down towards the chest. Exhale as you roll the body all the way down, up and over a large arc, reaching the ball away from you and flatten out the spine. Once you feel you can't round anymore, you send the tail back. That sending backwards of the tail gives you that beautiful sense of elongation through the hamstrings, reaching the ball just slightly further away from you. I want you to gently drop your chest towards the floor, bringing your ears in line with the biceps. Now in that position, it's very easy to let go of the ribs and the abdominal wall. I need you to pull everything up and stay contracted so that the abs can support the back in that position. From here, you're going to exhale as you round, tucking under from the tail, rolling the ball back and closer towards you, bringing the ball in towards the feet. Inhale for me there. And exhale as you slowly round it forward, rounding it forward, releasing the tail into that neutral, through neutral, and then into extension, reaching the tail back and behind you. Take another deep breath in for me. Let's go for 2 more. Grounding through the heels of the feet, keeping the knees soft so that you can articulate through the spine and tucking the tail in and under. Inhale for me there. And on the exhale, you're going to again reverse, articulate as you draw the ball away from you and gently resting your shoulders down towards the floor. From here, I want you to flatten your hands towards the surface of the ball. You're going to lift the chest up and glide the ball closer towards you as your shoulder blades pull into your back pockets. Rolling the ball slightly closer, you're going to press vertically down onto the ball to support the weight of the body on the ball and also to keep the wrists nice and neutral. Shifting my weight over to my right leg, shifting it over, holding it there. You should feel your left leg slightly becoming lighter as you move. I get the sense of squeezing my glutes towards each other there and taking a deep breath in, maintaining my neutral position without rotating the pelvis. You're going to exhale as you abduct that leg up towards the side without rotating and draw it back in. So you want to try and keep your upper girdle sturdy and stable, facing forward without any rotations through the spine. So what we're working here, keep moving, what we're working here is to stabilize my right glute and my ankle as I lift and lower into abduction and adduction, so outwards and inward movements of my left leg. I'm activating my glute and my oblique as that leg starts to lift. My stabilizing glute starts to burn and fire as I go into the movement. Let's go for 1 more. I want you to lift and hold the leg there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and 1. Draw it back in, keeping the balance, just giving it a quick breather there. Glute was on fire, almost let me fall over there. You're going to float the leg right back and up, holding it there. We pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it back in for a quick rest. Alright, you can feel how that right glute starts to stabilize you. The burn is so intense that you feel like you just want to give up, but don't. Alright, squeezing the glutes in again for me. We're going to reach the leg out to the side and we circle. One circle to the front, one circle to the back, one to the front, one to the back, and again for 5, and to the back, and for 4, circle forward, and to the back, keeping your stability, for 3, and circle back, 2 more, and circle back, last one, circle to the front, circle back, draw in, and sit down to release the glute in that position. Rounding the body back up, going straight into that neutral position. Now be mindful here that you don't dump into that lower back. Rather give me a gentle tuck there to support the lower back more with the abs, then sinking into the back, and you feel like your lower back is starting to kick in and take over. Alright, we have to do on the one side what we do on the other. And this is where you thank me for not being a spider. Alright. So driving those heels into the floor, squeezing the glute, you're going to lift the leg out to the side and draw back in for 10. Reaching long and out for 9. You can see that on my left leg, where I'm balancing and stabilizing now, that I'm not leaning my weight further forward and my weight stays grounded over the heel of my foot. You can also see that the neck stays tucked in and lowered with the eye line just towards the mat today to keep the spine in neutral. The neck is also part of the spine, so it's important to remember to keep the head moving with the spine. Last one, we hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in for a quick rest. Once you feel your glute is relaxed a little bit, we float the leg back up and we pulse the leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw down for a rest. Both my glutes are working really nice and hard here, but most of the work I can feel through my stabilizing glute in that position. All right, last one. We're going to go for 8 circles to the front, to the back. We circle. 1 to the front, 1 to the back, and again, forward for 7, and circle back, for 6 to the front, and circle back. Keep going for 5, circle to the front, circle back. Make sure that you're not leaning onto your stabilizing leg too much. For 3, and circle back. 2 more to go, 1 to the front, and circle back. Last one, 1 to the front, circle back. Bring the legs in and lower the body down for a rest. Stretching out, just relaxing those glutes in that position there for me. Take a deep breath in and roll the body back up into standing. Good work. That was a lovely burn. All right, from here we're going to move into some standing stability work. Okay, so you're going to grab one weight for me for one hand, and then the ball's going to do the rest of the work. All right, with those glutes being wide and awake now, we're going to challenge them just a little bit more. So we've got one weight in one hand and the ball clutching against the upper thigh of your opposite leg. All right, so this leg's going to be doing the movement, this arm's going to be doing the movement. With the palm facing forward, growing tall through your spine, you're going to shift your weight gently over to your left leg. Right leg's going to allow that space there for movement. All right, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to extend the arm out to the side as we float the leg out to the side as well, and draw back and down for 10. And exhale, lengthen away and lift back up, lower down for 9. The taller you become and the more you extend through the spine, the lighter your extremities become. And another 7, and slowly lower down. Exhale, reaching out to the side for 6, and lower down. Feel the quiver and that resistance through the arm as you reach and lower the leg and the arm up to the side for another 4, and lower down. Whoops. 3 more to go. Keeping your balance, don't fall over like I did. For 3, and lower down. Last 2, lengthen away and draw back down. We hold it there for 1. Take a deep breath in as we reach the arms and the legs to the front for 10, and exhale, open out to the side. Drawing forward for 9, keeping the shoulders down and wide. Exhaling for 8, reaching forward and extend out to the side. 7 more. Make sure the body stays flush and remains forward throughout the movement for 3 more. No rotations through the trunk of the body for 2. And center. One last one there for me. Reach the arm and the leg out to the side and draw back in. We're going to change over to the other side. Some nice static movements there. Really, really working deeply and hard into the muscles. Palms facing forward, leg to the side as I shift my weight over to the right leg. Left leg being able to float now. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, I grow tall as I lift the arm and the leg out to the side and draw in. And extending away, we go. For 9, and exhale, lower down to the floor. Reach away for 8, and draw back down. Try and move simultaneously through the arm and the leg here. For 7, reaching the leg and the arm long and out to the side. For 6, the more extension you get, the better and the more stable the work. For 5, and draw back in and down. 4 more to go. Lengthen and reach away. As you draw the arms in, I can feel my obliques working so hard as I contract into them to maintain my stability. 2 more. And the last one, we're going to lift and hold the legs there and bring them forward. Close them up in front of the body for 10. And reach out to the side, beautifully tall and long. And for 9, forward we go. And exhale and open out to the side. And for 8, reach it forward. A gentle squeeze into the ball as you open and close those legs. For 6, and to the side. And for 5, deltoids are burning, biceps are working, upper back muscles firing beautifully. 3 more, and open to the side. My glute med on my right leg also working beautifully hard for 1. And lower the arms and the legs down to the side. We're going to move into abs from here series. What I want you to do is you're going to start seated towards the front edge of your ball. You're going to roll yourself gently forward so that your pelvis is draped over the ball. So following the line and the shape of the ball there, with hands interlaced behind the body, we're going to take a deep breath in as we extend the chest over the ball. Now in that position there, I want you to still keep the chin tucked in and feel, so it's very easy there to let the rib cage flare. So in that position, I want you to still feel the sense of pulling your ribs down. So look at when I take an inhale, knitting the ribs to center. So already there, keeping that contraction, I can feel my whole abdominal wall contracted, staying contracted and without me working into my lower back. Taking a deep breath in, and from the extension, that eccentric contraction of the abdominals there, we're going to lift up to the tips of the blades, drawing the belly button in deeper to get the sense of squeezing the ball behind you into a C-curve position. And inhale, keeping the ribs in my front pockets without them popping, extending the spine over the ball and lifting up for another 9. Reaching forward, draw the ball in towards the belly button in towards the ball to get that deepened abdominal activation. And lifting up for 7, keeping a flow happening through the movement. Shoulders remain nice and relaxed. The head is resting like a sleeping baby inside the hands. There's no tension on the neck, and the abdominals are doing all the movements here. See that you lift up nice and symmetrically as well, that you lift up through the center of the body, and that you don't lean too far over to one side. For another 3, abs are starting to burn here, and curling up on the exhale for another 2. Reaching forward, pull belly button in and draw towards the spine, and with control lower down. One last one. We're going to lift. Hold it up at the top. Draw abs in just a little bit deeper. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it forward for 10, 9, 8. With every pulse, deepen the connection into the belly muscles. 5 more. And for 4. Exhaling for 3. Last 2 to go there. 1 more. Deepen the curl and inhale, extend over. From the extension, we lift the head, lift the chest in rotation over towards the left and slowly extend down. Rotate to the right as you lift up through the right, keeping the pelvis and the ball nice and stable and still as you move, flowing from one side to the other. We go down in extension, rotate in extension and lift up into flexion for another 4. Extending over. This is a lovely burn, guys, for 3 more. And inhale, reaching back and down. Rotate over and lift for 2. And inhale, lower head and chest down. Roll over and lift for 1. Staying in your rotation, we pulse it forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Rotate over to the other side and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and center 1. Allow the body to just extend over your ball. Allow the abdominal muscles to feel a lovely stretch there. It's beautiful. Until you feel like the muscles have released a little bit, you're going to roll the body back up and down. From here, we're going to go into a sit-up-like position. All right, with hands supported behind the neck, we're going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to roll my body up into a seated position. And exhale, roll down and reach it over. So hands either overhead or behind the neck, depending on how strong your neck muscles are and that they don't take any strain. Reaching up and over, forward we go for 10 more. And extend. Exhale, round and lift. Forward, extend through the spine and rolling back and down. For 8, lift head, lift chest as one unit. Reach forward and reach back and over. For 7, lifting up, rounding forward in C curve. Flatten out the back, C curve again and extend back and over. Last 2, lifting head, lifting chest, rounding forward. Extend the spine, curl back and down, reach over your ball. 1 more to go. Lifting head, lifting chest, rounding forward. Inhale and extend through the spine. From here, we're going to go into some supine arms and legs on the ball. So you're going to grab your weights for me here. Staying in the position where you were on the ball, what I want you to do now is you're just going to press your ball back slightly so that you can rest your head and chest on the ball. Your pelvis will now be in a bridged position as you walk the ball backwards. The neck and head will stay comfortably relaxed on the ball throughout the movement. We're going to reach those arms up and over, so we're going to go into arm circles. As I extend my legs, I also extend my arms, reaching over to behind me. Circling the arms around the body there, bringing them in and lift. I'm creating this beautiful flow of circles through the body. So you basically want to imagine adding footwork and arm work on the reformer here. Keeping abs contracted. It is difficult with that amount of weight that you're reaching back to not pop the rib cage as we move. Circle around and over for 2 more. Keeping the arms in line with the width of the shoulders there. Circling around and reach back over. 1 more. The chest gets a lovely workout here as we circle around and over the ribs. We're going to reverse the circle. We lower down. The arms go down towards the floor as we circle up and around and reach back and in. Down we go. Circle up and around and reach back in. For 3 more. Reaching around, circle around and draw back in. Last 2. Big full movements. Keeping those shoulders strong and stable though, so that you don't feel like they're collapsing to the floor as you bend and extend the arms. It's a full controlled circle there. 1 last one. Relax as you reach the arms back and bring it into position over the shoulders. Right, holding it there. We're going to open the arms as the pelvis reaches down to the floor and exhale and squeeze. back through center. So we're going into a bridge position here with a chest press and squeeze, or a fly. So we go open to the side, stretching and working those pectoral muscles, squeezing through the glutes, and lower down. 4 more. Press and squeeze, and exhale for 3. Lower the pelvis and squeeze. 2 more to go. Lower back muscles should be beautifully supported through the glute and the hamstring activation there. The core muscles should be contracted at the front to also support the pelvic muscles there and the glutes with the lower back. Last one, as we open, reaching the tail back and down, and exhale, squeeze. Bringing the hands down on the hips, lifting head and chest as you comfortably lower the body down to the floor. We're going to go into seated arm work on top of your ball here. So you're going to stand up, grabbing your weights, going into the seated position for me from here. We're going to do some nice static arm work here. So really nice big bones, and we're going to enjoy this. All right, seated nice and comfortably, grounding your sit bones into the ball and having equal pressure on the feet, equal pressure on the sit bones will allow for you to work more symmetrically through the core muscles as well. All right, with palms facing forward, spine reaching tall. We're going to inhale as we lift the arms up and away from you. Palms are going to turn down to the floor, keeping those arms reaching long. We turn the palms up to face the ceiling for 10 and lower down. Exhale for 9 and lower down. The weight of the arms are supported with your mid-upper back extensors. So the rhomboids are there, your mid-lower traps are all there to support the weight of your arms in this position. So in Pilates, most arm work also helps with upper back strength. And down we go for 3 more. And up to the ceiling for 2. Rotate down and up. 1 last one. Rotate down, circle up, and lower the arms back and down. We're going to reach the arms out to the side. I'm going to take this arm, bring it in as I go into a punch with a rotation, reach it up into a shoulder press. Down, rotate and punch, and up into a shoulder press there. Now you're going to do about 10 of these for me. The static arm does most of the, does a lot of the work. It's harder work to keep that arm in that position for me for 3 more. Rotate and up into a shoulder press. Last 2. And lift. 1 more to go. 1 more to go. Rotate. Press up into a shoulder press. Bring the arms down for a quick rest. Lots of deltoid, lots and lots of biceps there. You can actually see the arms turn red from the additional blood flow that we're creating throughout the movement. Other side, we're going to float the arms up, bending in through my left arm. I rotate as I punch the arm forward and press up to the ceiling. Good, it's beautiful controlled movements here. Trying not to lift my hands or up above my shoulders, keeping everything in alignment. However, if you do feel your upper traps and your neck kicking in too much, you can lower that bottom arm for me, or the stable arm for me just a little bit in order to come out of the neck there. You can also do them without the weights. Last 2, rotate and draw up. 1 more to go then, 1 more to go. Rotate and press up to the ceiling. Lower the arms down for a rest. Going into a 90-degree position on the arms, holding it in a hammer state or a hammer position there. Woo, that is a lovely burn. All right, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to float the elbows out to the side. The hands follow the line of my elbows. Bring them back and down. Reaching 90 degrees, arms up in line with shoulders and shoulder width apart to the side. All right, so what we're going to work here, and what I love about the combo work, is that we're constantly changing the direction and the objective of the muscle by doing combo work. So you might be able to endure a little bit more movement for an extended period without tiring as fast, because we're working only the same muscles at a certain time, but you're going to feel it's a lovely burn, nice deep connections into the muscular movement, into the muscles there. All right, from here, we take the arm out to the side, draw back in and lift for 10
and open, out to the side, and exhale and lift for 9, reaching elbows out for 8, and 90-degree vertical elevation, 7, get that flow on the body there, for 6, and lower down, reaching up, we go 5 more, bring it down and open to the side, for 4, so much nice upper back work here, 3 more to go, and 90 degrees up we go, last 2, reaching elbows up, press up, 1 more to go, reach out to the side, bring in and lift up to 90, bring the arms down, elbows tucked into the rib cage. Starting from that parallel position here, we're going to go into external rotation, press the arms away, draw back in to parallel, press the arms away, externally rotate, press the arms away, parallel, reach away. So what I'm working here is internal, external rotators of the humerus together with a lovely bicep exercise as well. All right, you can see that I'm keeping my fingers straight in this exercise. I just feel that I drive through my fingertips here. I get a little bit more connection into the muscles as I go. For 3 more. Draw, push forward, out we go, to the side, external rotation, draw forward. 1 last one, to parallel, reach it forward, in external rotation, reach it out, draw back into external rotation, and we twist it out for 10. And exhale and extend out for 9. Good work for 8, whoo, it's getting hot, 7. Keep rotating out as far as you can there, for 6. Exhale for 5. Keep pressing those elbows into the rib cage there so that you can feel the work into the back of the shoulder by the scapula. And it's stabilizing that shoulder joint. This is a lovely exercise for the rotator cuff muscles. Rotate out for another 3. Exhaling for 2 and for 1. Draw it back in. And lower the arms position, so be on your back with your feet resting on the ball. Your hands are going to be upright, facing up, palms facing each other, reaching up to the ceiling. We're going to go into a bridge position, and as we do so, we're going to lower the arms overhead as well. So you're going to actively press your feet into the ball. Feel how your hamstrings start to engage. From there, you're going to actively squeeze through the glutes as we slowly start to reach the arms overhead, pressing the pelvis up and away from the floor. For 5, and slowly reach it, lower it down. Deep glute and hamstring exercise here. And we reach those arms over. Staying center and stable on your ball, reaching the ribs down into your front pockets, feeling your pelvic floor muscles, creating a vacuum suction, elevating up towards the heart. Lower down, and up we go. Press down for 3. Squeeze through those glutes to help you stabilize. Reaching the arms up and over, pressing into the upper shoulder girdle there for me, and not onto the neck. Slowly lower down and with control for 2 more as we press down, reaching down into the floor with the ball, squeezing the legs down, reaching the arms up and over, keeping the shoulders nicely controlled and contracted before we lower back and down. 1 last one. You're going to hold it up for me on the next one as we exhale and lift back up, reaching those arms up and overhead. Bring the arms back in line with the shoulders here for me. We're going to do a small little press away through the legs and draw back in as you open and close the arms. Hamstrings are doing so much work here, guys. And draw back in for another 3 more. Reach away. It's a small movement. You don't go into your back. Keep those glutes working equally hard for another 2. And draw back in. And 1 last one. Reaching away. Draw back in and exhale, lower back and down. You're going to clutch the ball between your legs for me here with the arms open and upright, reaching up to the ceiling. Right, gentle squeeze on the ball with the inner thighs there, feeling that inner thigh connection. We're going to open the arms out to a T as we extend the legs up to the ceiling and draw back down, lowering the ball to the floor. And again, for 9. And slowly draw back in and down. Exhale and reaching up for 8. And slowly draw back and down. Good. For 7, keeping those abdominal muscles contracted. As you lift and lower the arms, feel that deep connection into the pectoral muscles there as well. I actually feel a slight quiver as I lengthen my arms away from me and opening them out to the side. Another 3 more. Reaching out to the side and draw back down, keeping those inner thighs beautifully engaged so that you can work the pelvic floor with those inner thighs. One last one here and bring it in. Arms up to the ceiling, legs up to the ceiling. We reach the ball away from you, the arms away from you, and exhale and lift for 8. And extend everything away for 7. So you want to almost imagine yourself like an elastic band, reaching away and then recoiling and shooting back. And again, for another 5. And exhale, lift. Make sure your belly button does not protrude and that you keep that lower back gently imprinted towards the floor. And for 3 more, reach away and draw back in. Last 2. Inner thighs are starting to shake. And 1 more to go. Lengthening away, reaching the ball away, draw back in, and hug the knees into your chest. Lowering the weights down to the floor. We're going to go into a side kneeling exercise. So working the ball underneath the body here. Bottom leg bent on the floor, we're on the knee, and you're going to drape your body over the ball. Now you can have hand resting on floor to create more stability for yourself. Or you're going to prop yourself up gently on top of the ball. 1 weight in hand. We're going to keep the leg in dorsiflexion from here. We're going to float the arm and the leg up and off the floor for 10. And slowly lower down. Reaching up for 9. And lower down. Front of the shoulders, side of the shoulders working here. I can feel my obliques beautifully elevated and working hard there in a nice contracted position, stabilizing my trunk and assisting with that beautiful lift of the leg through the glute med. That's it, together with the obliques. Last 2 and for 1. Hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the height. 4, 3, 2, 1. Small pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there, we circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And draw back in and lower down. Rolling the ball over to the other side. Kneeling onto the ball, onto the floor with the body draped over the ball. Keeping the body nice and stable. Alright, you want to make sure that your abs stay contracted here and that the ball does not move forwards and backwards as you lift and lower through the extremities. Take a deep breath in, obliques are beautifully activated, and we exhale, float the arm and the leg up and away from the floor and lower back and down for 10 and slowly lift. Down we go for 9, reaching up, feel that oblique. If you poke it, you should feel like it's like a little rope holding on the rib cage to the pelvic girdle there. You can see that those legs are reaching long and away from you. For another 4 and lower back and down. 3 more to go and slowly lower. Last 2, we're almost there. And down, 1 more, hold it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it back in and down and slowly lower to the floor. Alright, from here, you're going to lower your weights down, and I want you to kind of get just a little bit of a runway here. So what you're going to do is you're going to straddle your ball nice and wide, lowering your body onto the ball. Legs are wide because we're going to have them off of the floor, clutching the ball. You're going to walk the hands out until you get to the point where your legs can straighten nicely around the ball. Upper back, beautifully straight there. We're going to squeeze the ball as we go down for a push-up
and press back up, release. And again, squeeze down for a push-up and press back up and release. Another 3, down we go. Squeeze, lower down and press up. Press into the ball and lift. One last one there. Squeeze into the ball, down for a push-up. Press up, hold your plank. We're going to squeeze into the ball. You can see how my legs are pulsing. They're pulsing by themselves. It's because I'm holding a static contraction there. I'm literally not doing anything through the legs there. They're working by themselves. And we go. Squeeze. 10. Release. Squeeze. 9. Release. Exhaling for 8. And again for 7. Press for 6. Exhale for 5. 4 more. And for 3. Last 2 to go. 1 more. And slowly bend the knees as you walk the hands back in towards the floor. Arms are going cold because they're burning so much. Inner thighs are shaking beautifully and you can actually see them there tremoring as I go into the movements. You can kneel your body in front of your ball and then drape the upper body over the ball and extend the legs away from here. This next movement you can do with or without your weights. I'm going to do them without my weights just purely because I know my neck will release and relax. So I just want to make sure that I maintain full. Alright, so what we're going to do, you're going to be in the bob position. So breast over the ball. Okay, knees pressing backwards as you drive through the heels and you're leaning slightly into a posterior tilt. Abdominal muscles beautifully contracted through there. I'm going to drape my body over the ball with my hands resting underneath my forehead. I'm going to inhale as I come up into extension, reaching my arms up and away, extend them forward and circle them back and around. So we are actually replicating your pulling straps movement here from your reformer exercises and bring it back and down. Inhale, extend, reach away, circle those arms back as you squeeze backwards, engage those triceps and bring them back and down. One last one, extending up, reach those arms out and away, hold it there, bring the arms back in and slowly drape the body down over the ball. Good. I want you to just walk forward, relax the body over the ball for me there. The weight of the upper body and the lower body being pulled in opposite directions actually is a really nice release over the lumbar spine here. So you can just hold it there for a few seconds and allow the back to just release. So after sitting the whole day, this is a lovely release for the lumbar spine. It's just to hang over the ball and allow gravity to pull you down from one side to the other. From there, I'm going to let you come up into kneeling position for me. And you're going to place your left hand on top of your right hand. And we're going to come up in that kneeling position. You're going to reach away. As you reach into your child's pose there, you're also going to reach your ball over to the right hand side. And exhale, scoop back up and in. Reaching away for another 5. And exhale, draw up and in. 4 more, extend away. And C curve up. And for 3, it's a lovely stretch over those shoulder muscles that have just worked so hard with all the weights. One last one. Extending away and draw back in. Placing my right hand on my left hand. I reach to the left and over. You can feel that stretch running along the attachment there of the lat. The serratus muscles gets a lovely stretch. And then also going into the upper fibers of my tricep, I can also feel stretching there. And reaching up and over for one last one. Draw back through center, reach away, dropping the chest towards the floor as low as you can go. Separate those heels and think of reaching your tail down and back towards your haunches. Allow for a lovely stretch, keeping the back of the neck nice and stable. You're just going to roll from one side to the other in small little swaying-like motions, rocking-like motions from one side to the other for another 3. And center. Over we go for 2. And center. One last one there. Draw back through center as you scoop the body up and release. Coming up into standing position. Clutching your ball again. I want you to roll over your ball for me. Take a deep breath in and exhale, draw the body back up. Stacking one vertebra at a time. And again, navel to spine, rounding down and forward for one more. Inhale and exhale, restack.